What does it mean to create beauty when life takes away the very sense you need most? This is the story of Ludwig van Beethoven, a man who could not hear the world, yet gave humanity the music of eternity. His life was not just about notes and symphonies, it was about defiance, resilience, and the philosophy of overcoming. Born in Bonn, Germany in 1770, Beethoven grew up under the weight of an abusive father who pushed him to be a prodigy. Music was both escape and destiny. By his early 20s, he moved to Vienna, the capital of music, where he dazzled audiences as a pianist of raw power and emotion. But just as his genius began to bloom, tragedy struck. In his late 20s, Beethoven began to lose his hearing. For a musician, it was the cruelest fate. By the time he was 30, he knew deafness was inevitable. He wrote of his despair in the famous Heiligenstadt Testament, confessing thoughts of ending his life. Yet, instead of surrendering, he chose defiance. It seemed impossible to leave the world until I had produced all that I felt called to compose, he wrote. What followed was nothing short of miraculous. Deaf, yet hearing music only in his mind, Beethoven composed works that reshaped music forever. His Symphony No. 3, Eroica, broke the mold of classical composition. His later symphonies thundered with passion and whispered with intimacy. The Ninth Symphony, with its ode to joy, became an anthem for humanity itself, a declaration that joy, unity, and hope are possible, even in struggle. But Beethoven was more than a composer, he was a philosopher in sound. His music was a confrontation with fate, a dialogue between darkness and light. Where Mozart embodied elegance, Beethoven embodied struggle. He showed that art is not about perfection, but about truth, the truth of being human, with all its suffering and triumph. Philosophers like Hegel and Schopenhauer admired Beethoven because his music captured the essence of existence itself, conflict, yearning, and resolution. To listen to Beethoven is to experience philosophy without words, a meditation on freedom, resilience, and the dignity of the human spirit. Beethoven died in 1827, leaving behind not just music, but a legacy of courage. His life asks us, what will we do when fate takes from us the very thing we cherish most? For Beethoven, the answer was clear: create anyway. Defy despair. And let the silence give birth to symphonies.